I'm planning to host a day after Thanksgiving party, and I want to do all the decor for it myself. I have some cardboard, thin wood panels.
Egyptology is one of my favorite subjects.
I just let my son sign up for Fortnite. Give me a list of parental control features that I can.
Can you find me a skincare routine? I need it for my face that's bumpy and rough. Usually my skin's not too dry or too oily, but it does get dry in the winter, and it's drying out right now.
Use to monitor his gaming.
My computer has been running so slow lately.
In
I
history.
feel like I've done all the right
I
things. I
love how the
close
ancient
tabs, I delete
Egyptians built
things.
things,
I wonder if there's some
discovered
sort of
things,
Yellow
hardware
and red
glitch
created
that I can
fabric,
things,
add to
some
make it
air
run
things that
dry
we
smooth.
pretty
clay,
much
and
still
a
use
variety
today.
of different colors of paint.
One person that
What are some
stands out the
specific
most when
things
I
I could make
study
for the party
Egyptology
without
is
having my
Nefertiti.
decorations look too
Can you
cheap?
tell me more about Nefertiti?
So I recently found out that my daughter is a cassette language processor, meaning that she processes language in chunks of information. And I want ways to entertain her while also teaching her the things that she needs to develop cognitively and to hit her milestones. Um, so that so I recently found out that my daughter is a cassette language processor, meaning that she processes language in chunks of information. And I want ways to entertain her while also teaching her the things that she needs to develop cognitively and to hit her milestones, um, so that she can understand what people is asking of her, because sometimes she just doesn't get it. So I have to put it in phrases for her to understand. So I just want any idea or, things that I can do to help her improve so that she can be her best self.
Hey, so I wanted to get your perspective on this because I feel like for the past few years, Hollywood has had a very hard time writing good female lead characters, like main characters. It feels like their entire personality is always just that I'm a strong woman. Did I mention I'm a strong woman? I'm such a strong woman. And then it's always framed in a way of like I'm a strong woman because men are trash and I hate men and men are evil, and it's like they can't make a woman just be a strong person. It's like they always have to frame it as men are trash, men are weak, and that's why I'm actually better. It's like they can't uplift women without tearing men.
So I was wondering if you could help me with this. So I was wondering if you could help me with this. I think the main issue is we didn't get enough time to rest. So I was wondering if you could help me with this. I think the main issue is we didn't get enough time to rest.
I love baking, but I'm really not that good at it. I was thinking of baking like chocolate chip cookies or brownies or a cake. Could you give me a recipe, one recipe each for chocolate chip cookies, brownies, or a cake? I love baking, but I'm really not that good at it. I was thinking of baking like chocolate chip cookies or brownies or a cake. Could you give me a recipe, one recipe each for chocolate chip cookies, brownies, or a cake? I love baking, but I'm really not that good at it. I was thinking of baking like chocolate chip cookies or brownies or a cake. Could you give me a recipe, one recipe each for chocolate chip cookies, brownies, or a cake? Cookies or brownies or a cake? Could you give me a recipe, one recipe each for chocolate chip cookies, brownies, or a cake? Chocolate chip cookies or brownies or a cake? Could you give me a recipe, one recipe each for chocolate chip cookies, brownies, or a cake?
down. And I wanted your perspective on why do you think that's such a common occurrence?
Hey everyone, I want to quickly go over the task for Cacatua Chorus and how you can successfully do a good job on this project. So as always, if you click guidelines here, you'll see all of the information that we provide you all. There is a new rubric here that's going to be important. It's the naturalness rubric. Please take a look at this and go through it and really understand what needs to be done to have a natural prompt. But going back to the guidelines of the project, what you need to do is you need to record one spoken prompt and you need to make sure that the constraints are adhered to. So you need to make sure the topic matches, your prompt's topic matches, the subtopic matches, the query type matches. Then you need to make sure that you ask an open-ended question. It encourages a thoughtful, detailed response. You speak clearly and loudly. You record it in your native language. I am in the US and I only speak English, so that's why I see ENUS here. And this is the most important thing. You need to sound natural and conversational. And like, ask something that you genuinely find interesting, right? Your goal of this whole project is to improve models, right? If you ask it questions that you might ask like might ask to like a real life model, it will become better at it. So the more you ask it questions that you find genuinely interesting, the better it's going to be at it long term. Make sure that you don't sound scripted. Make sure you're not overly formal and avoid asking yes or no questions. So after you see this, you'll always see your guidelines for your task. Remember, there are 3 things that you really need to make sure each task follows. The main topic follows. In this case, we have knowledge-based conversation. The definition for it is to extract knowledge, or you'll see the topic and then you'll see the definition associated with the topic. Then you'll see the subtopic and then you will see the examples associated with that subtopic. And lastly, you'll see query type and you'll see the definition and an example associated with it. And make sure that you double check the language that you have. Some of you are bilingual or actually know like multiple languages. So make sure that you always see make sure that the task you have is the right one. Once you have that, you are ready to. Once you have like taken that into consideration, you're ready to start recording. One thing to really note is if the topic, the subtopic, or the query type, if any of those is not correct for the prompt that you record, it forces a re-recording, which means you will get a 1 or a 2 on the task. So please make sure that the query type, the subtopic, the main topic are adhered to in the task, as well as the language. So actually 4 things that you need to do. Then what you're going to do is you're going to actually record a prompt. So what you'll do is you'll do add recording, and then you'll hit start recording. Once you hit start recording, it's going to record what you say. So for our task, let me create a prompt about chess. What's the best opening that you can play if you are black, defending against the king's pawn, moving up 2 spots? Once you have recorded that, what you can do, or what you should do, is play it. Make sure that the recording captures everything that you said. What's the best opening that you can play if you are black, defending against the king's pawn, moving up 2 spots? Then what you do, if you need to re-record it, you can click this and you'll re-record it. But for the sake of this, I'm just going to save this. And then it does take some time for it to fetch the transcript. We're working with engineering to fix this, but please be patient until then. And then once it's fetched, you can hit next. Again, like one of the things about this project is there are going to be lots and lots of tasks. We expect that there's going to be 200,000 English tasks, and we expect that there are going to be 50,000 tasks per language. So if you do a really good job on this project, really make sure that you meet the criteria and that you're consistently scoring 3s, 4s, and 5s, you will have the opportunity to not be EQ for a really long time on Outlier. So it's important that you follow the project guidelines and really make sure that you produce good quality. I know sometimes a lot of this could be subjective, but at the end of the day, if you can follow the rules of the project, I can promise you that you will not be EQ for a really long time, assuming that your quality is really good. Once the transcript has fetched, you can hit Save Transcript and you can hit Next. Then what I like to do is I like to pin this, because this will show me the recording and also the transcript. So you don't have to go back and forth. And remember, one good tip is to always play this and then make sure that you adhere to all of them. So I recorded one clear prompt. I made sure that it matched the topic of games or knowledge-based questions and games. It's an open-ended question. I spoke in English, and my voice it sounds natural. Then what you'll do is you'll hit next, and then what you want to do is you want to verify the transcript here. So what you can do is just copy this and paste it here. Then what you should do is you should play the audio. What's the best opening that, and then make sure that while this is playing, you're validating what you said matches what this is. This is super important because this will result in poor quality if you do not follow it. So just remember, play this, and while it's playing, verify everything. I'm gonna skip the verification part as part of this because I want to make sure that you're not wasting too much time also watching this. But once that's done, what we need to do is we need to select the recording location. So this is where you've recorded it. I'm currently at home, so I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to describe it, living room, with no noticeable noise in the background, because that's what my environment looks like. And then I'm going to hit next. Once that's done, I want to make sure that I select the right noise level. You'll see what the different noise levels are, and you can click them and figure them out. I'm just going to select 0 for now, but double check everything and make sure that everything is right and matches this. Then what you want to do is you just want to select where you're recording this on. I'm recording this on my laptop. My laptop is a MacBook Pro 2024, and then all you have to do is hit next, and then you are ready to submit your task. And that's it. Again, lots of tasks for this project, and you really have a chance, if you do have really good quality, to not be EQ for a really, really long time on this project. So again, appreciate all of the effort that you all always put in this project, and looking forward to your contributions. And as always, if you have any questions, please ask your QMs. They can help unblock you and help you understand the material better as well. Thanks everyone, and have a great rest of your day.